The RMS Titanic, a British passenger liner, was one of the largest and most luxurious ships of its time. Boasting cutting-edge technology and unrivaled comfort, it was believed to be virtually unsinkable. However, on the night of April 14, 1912, the Titanic collided with an iceberg in the North Atlantic Ocean and sank within hours, resulting in one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history. The events leading up to the disaster. The Titanic departed from Southampton, England, on April 10, 1912, on its maiden voyage to New York City. Aboard were over 2,200 passengers and crew, including some of the wealthiest people in the world. Despite warnings from nearby ships about icebergs in the area, Titanic continued to travel at nearly full speed. The lookout, stationed high on the ship, spotted the iceberg too late, and by the time the Titanic tried to veer off course, it had struck the iceberg on its starboard side. The impact caused a massive breach in the ship's hull, flooding the lower compartments. Due to the Titanic's design, the ship was divided into 16 watertight compartments. The belief at the time was that if any of the compartments flooded, the others would remain dry. However, the ship's designers had failed to account for the possibility of multiple compartments flooding, which occurred when the iceberg tore through the hull. As the water filled the compartments, the ship began to sink. The aftermath. The disaster was compounded by the fact that there were not enough lifeboats for everyone aboard. Titanic only carried enough lifeboats for about half of its passengers, as it was believed that they were unnecessary. The lifeboats that were launched were only partially filled, as many passengers were reluctant to believe the ship was sinking. As the ship sank into the icy waters, over 1,500 people lost their lives. Those who survived were rescued by the RMS Carpathia, which arrived at the scene about 2 hours after the Titanic sank. The sinking of the Titanic became an international tragedy, drawing attention to the inadequacies of ship safety regulations and maritime practices of the time. Legacy. The Titanic disaster led to significant reforms in maritime safety. The tragedy was a catalyst for the creation of the International Ice Patrol, which monitors iceberg activity in the North Atlantic. New laws required ships to carry enough lifeboats for all passengers, and maritime safety standards were revised to prevent such a disaster from happening again. Additionally, Titanic's story continues to captivate the public, inspiring books, movies, documentaries, and museum exhibits. It serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of hubris, technological overconfidence, and the unpredictable forces of nature. The legacy of Titanic also has a cultural impact. It has become a symbol of the destructive potential of human pride, and many see it as a metaphor for the overconfidence of mankind in its ability to control the natural world. The story of Titanic also illustrates the fragility of human life, as well as the need for respect and preparation when dealing with forces far beyond our control.